Hi Aries, we're going to do your reading. So I've already got some cards laid out. This reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Depending on when you watch this, all my videos are timeless, so feel free to check out the other readings and please don't ever force a reading because it's general. And I don't know, I think if you force readings, you're going to be misled, and that kind of defeats the whole purpose, right? We don't want false hope. We want power with information, and confidence. So let's look at this top row. You've got heavy, and I think I'm still going to lay out a spread depending on how long this takes, but you've got heavy apology, communication coming in, an offering. In this top row with this transparent tarot, you've got, this Knight of Pentacles coming in from one direction, and then a Knight of Cups coming from the other, and then centering it, we have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about patience. It's about not rushing. It's about letting the crop ripen and not picking, the fruit too soon, tons of manifesting energy, tons of magician energy here. So we have the Magician over, kind of clarifying. We have the Magician and the Hangman and the Cup. I think you're manifesting someone to come back in, or love to come in, or an opportunity. It looks like, it could be an opportunity of love with someone specific. With whether it is or not, we have such a strong manifesting power indication here. And the card clarifying that whole row is casting spells. And it's about, being careful what you say. It says, the words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe I attract more of. So shift my story from lack to abundance, from victim to empowered, and from complaint to gratitude. Now when I speak to others through my words, I am casting beautiful spells. So major communication going on here. Major, probably incoming, major, I think there's going to be a lot of text exchanges. Remember that you need to ride the wave right now. Don't forget who you are, where you are. You have the, universe propelling you for good stuff. And so keep that in mind. If and when you get upset, remember that, do an ego check. Okay. I felt like there's a need for an ego check, and make sure it's not an impatience thing. And then ask yourself, okay, why am I upset about this? If I take my ego out of it, then what does it look like? How does it look different? And that will help you gauge. I think there's some difficulty in gauging, is this a mountain or is this a molehill? Strong apology energy in the second row. It looks like somebody lost their stability, or this could be, a dispute, some sort of disagreement or conflict with a mother, maybe a grandmother, another woman. It looks like somebody in a high level ranking. Now, these two together, it could indicate someone was unfair to you, but there's strong apology energy. So, you may be getting an apology, and because we got conflict, see here's apology again, because we got conflict, I guess I didn't leave it out, but when these came out, we had conflict. I feel like there's a message here to be open to an apology and not, sassy about it. Start with the end in mind. What do you want the end result to be? I don't think you want the end result to just be right. You want the end result to be peace and, resolution. So start with that end in mind, and then that will help you deal with this. There does look like there's some conflict with a woman. It could be a karmic. But you are manifesting like crazy here. Okay, so I didn't dive into these too deep. It was just pre-shuffle, so we'll do a whole spread. But here we've got Page of Wands again. You're going to get communication and love coming in. I think you're going to be on fire. It looks like somebody's thinking about you, but it's not totally clear yet. Let's just keep going. All right, so that was just your intro. Let's see. I wanted to read these. I laid them out for some reason. Unique opportunities aligned with my desires present themselves to me. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. So another manifestation card. And then, this was it. This has something to do with a dispute or hard work you're going through, okay? I am completely engaged in what I do. In the here and now, I call it play instead of work, and I am deeply fulfilled with all I do. So there was something about, you know, if you get to where you're like, you know, just working too hard and you know, feeling like, oh, I've got all this to do, try to put a fun spin on it, you know. Try to do a big goofy laughter, you know, just to, or something silly, or wiggle or something, just to get that energy changed, you know. Because you guys are you need to ride a wave that you're in right now, okay? Also feel an ego, check egos, take the ego out of a situation, and then see when you're struggling, take your ego out of the situation, and then see how you would do differently. Let me read one little notes. Okay, also, you know, make sure that there might be a little bit of an imbalance of emotions here, like some highs and lows or some impatience. Just have a little bit of a plan in place, maybe. So when you feel like you know, everything it feels like you're going to have these days where you're, you know, so high and so energetic and so productive, and, you know, that might have a sudden shift to lethargy, how do you say it? And, you know, kind of like a mental fatigue. And that's just kind of an Aries thing too. So just have a little plan in place that you can, a quick go-to, so that you don't let that shift get you down. Like, you know, have a little plan, like, oh, I'm going to stop and eat an apple, or, oh, I'm going to stop and, you know, do 10 jumping jacks, or I'm going to drink a glass of water. Have something that you can stack on top of those little shifts, so that you don't, you know, when we shift, we want to make sure we come back up. You know, we're going to have these ups and downs. I'm an Aries, but we want to make sure we ride that wave back up. Okay. Oops. So those were just some initial, you guys have super strong energy. I might be doing several Aries readings in a row. So be sure to check back. Don't think that just because, you know, you just saw this reading that you won't have one for, you know, that I'm going to go through the other signs, because I'm doing it a little different now. I'm doing more like what I feel and whose energy is super strong, or what's pulling at me. Okay. Oh, I just had something else for you guys. One moment. Why am I getting that here? Oh, I want to tell you, I've almost forgot this. When I was getting ready for this, and I had to, you know, get up and go get a candle and all that, but I got emotional, like teary-eyed, when something that you're manifesting regarding love, these Knights of Cups, something coming in. Lots of something you coming in. I got teary-eyed. So something that's really been difficult is playing on you, or you know, make sure you don't let that heavy negative energy, or that wanting something you don't have, be careful with that right now, because you want to be able to ride this wave. Okay. And then what else? Let's see. Make your mornings important. Make sure you set that intention the night before, that you're going to sleep well, and that you're going to, you know, be your future self the next day. You're going to, how would your future self walk, talk, act, all that, and then play it out. Okay. So just set those intentions, and each segment you go, okay, now I'm going to go to lunch, or now I'm going to take a break, or now I'm going to get in the shower. And you kind of just set an intention for that. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to feel, you know, I'm going to be great. I'm going to give some gratitude, stuff like that. Okay. I know I'm just going all over the place, but you guys have strong energy. Maybe I do too. Okay, so Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords, that is, it's, you know, you've been through a lot. Two of Pentacles, juggling. Yeah, strong. Oh, see, everything is always working out for me. Like this Wheel of Fortune is like divine destiny, forward motion. You've done a lot of juggling. I think you've had to really struggle to juggle your emotions with stability. Like, I feel this way, and it's easier just to sink in and feel this way, but I really do want to be stable. So there's kind of been that up and down. High energy and then low energy, right? Wheel of Fortune and Four of Pentacles, because there's something that you're not letting go of. Okay, let's lay out a spread. If we're going to do a love spread, this is, let's put you at the top and then at the bottom. Because you like it on top. Just kidding. Kind of kidding. Okay. So there it is, the Strength card again. With the Strength, not the Strength card again, but the Strength card does depict self-control and patience. You can't tame a lion being impatient, right? You can't rush the process. This strength and self-control are, when you master that, it is super, super powerful, because you think things through before you blurt things out. You have more, you just, I don't even want to say that totally, because I feel a glitch in saying, think things through, because we don't want overthinking. We do want, to some degree, to be able to say what's on our mind. But there's something here about self-control, not spouting something off that you'll regret, something like that. Okay, and then why do we have the Hierophant? So your energy is the Strength card, and overall is the Hierophant. That's stability, tradition. I feel a lot of love in this reading, but I'm not totally having the details yet. But let's see. What is this person still that Aries is with? Tell me about this person, or that's on Aries' mind. 6 of Wands. That's success, recognition, victory. And this, interesting, this 9 of Wands keeps showing up. So, not giving up. This person might be really like fighting hard to get their, life together or something like that. And look at all these court cards. King of Wands and Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, that's kind of like what I said. They are working super, super hard for some of you. The person might have partners, or there's multiple male energies, and it's not gender specific. So just forgive me if I say he, she. I'm looking at energies, not really gender. But this could be, okay, I'm going to keep those because they're pulling some strong energy. I might have to come back. But your person's energy is 6 of Wands, and there might be some competition for them right now in a business, or there might be something going on with kids, like sons or brothers, something, partners. So I'm not sure how that applies to you, but let's see. That may be what they're focused on. I also feel like they're really focusing on, there's something competitive. I feel like they're really focused on succeeding and being recognized and respected. How they view you. Interesting. 9 of Cups. That's good. I mean, 9 of Cups is beautiful. That's self-love. It's abundance. So you're going to be shining in their eyes. Oh my goodness. They love you, Aries. No wonder I got emotional. I just got it again. I hope this reading is helpful. I mean, I feel like there's really super strong messages coming through. Wow. Yeah, and I'm getting, this is making me teary-eyed here. Okay, so their next step, the Hangman, is that this might be because there's another person involved. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to clarify that because I feel like there's a lot more to that card. Tell me. Okay. 10 of Cups. I don't know why we got 10 of Cups. Because I didn't really ask a question, but the next position was, jeez. Okay, so it's trying to tell me something without a question. Let me keep going. 10 of Cups and High Priestess. It's an inner knowing. So the 10 of Cups is success. It's like wish fulfillment, Look at them. And the High Priestess is, again, that inner knowing. And then we have that 7 of Swords and the Death. Wow. Somebody is like, there's a I want to say self-destruction or a false mask that's going to be ending. Somebody is coming to a realization of what they want and what's going to make them happy. There it is, clarity, truth and clarity, victory after battle. Okay, tell me what's behind the scenes? That, I guess, is probably what that is, but anything else on that position? Whoa, too many. Okay. So again, communication, strong communication here. Do you have advice for Aries? Those same cards keep seeming to come out in a cluster. Oh my gosh. How strange is that? I put the outer two back and I pulled the second two. The same four cards kept wanting to grab my attention, and I was thinking that's too many, so I kept putting them back, but they kept doing it. So just now I started to put them all back and I was like, wait, I should be looking at these, and just pulled these two, and look at this. Yeah, something major strong. Like, this is giving me chills again. So the Empress is divine feminine. And the Lovers, I mean, wow. You guys, seriously. Something major. Butterflies have been real strong for me today also. Keep your eye out for butterflies. Maybe white. There's more to this than I'm getting. I'm going to come back. So the Lovers and the Empress. So the Empress is divine feminine. Twin flame. Maybe we need a twin flame reading. Four Cups keeps coming out too. All right. This is not let go of. If you think your person has let go, they haven't. In fact, there's going to be a realization that somebody has been wearing a false mask. Maybe it's you, Aries. Maybe you have not been showing your feelings and you've had some pride and ego, because remember that pride and ego kept bugging me in the beginning. And I really didn't see anything about it. It was just, you know, in my mind's eye. And you guys, I've had like a major spiritual experience that happened a few days ago that just made me cry. I mean, I connected with something that was just so I'm going to tell you guys about it another time probably when I understand it better, but it was like an overwhelming wave, I'm going to cry, of love. And it was just like a spirit guide that was just like real persistent, you know. I don't want to sound crazy, but I'll tell you guys more about it when I understand it better. But you guys let me know if that's happening to you too. And also, we're going to be manifesting in the comments. So you guys leave what you want to manifest in the comments, and so that the rest of us can come through and double down on them and hit thumbs up and give them power. Because you guys, if you think about, you know, setting your intentions and manifestations, things that you want to manifest, if you know, we always say that it gives them power to write it down, but if writing it down is great, do that. But think about the comments. If you put it in the comments, these videos get circulated for years and across the whole world, thousands of times. So think about how much your manifestation is gaining momentum and power by just continuously having energy. So put your manifestations in the comments, okay? And just, you can keep them short and sweet. You can make them long, whatever you want to do. But you know, I like to just go through and read the really short, the ones that are just like, I'm so happy and grateful for nonstop abundance flowing to me, or I am so happy and grateful that money loves me. Stuff like that, okay? Let's all start putting those in the comments, and we can, you know, manifest together. Instead of doing it on, I was doing it on one video at a time, and then I'd go through and I'd have to like figure out where I stopped, and I'd have, you know, go back, and it would take me like a whole day to go and respond to all those comments. So we're just going to do this regularly. Anyway, you've got something major going on. You might have a twin flame. Okay, let me dive in. The Empress. So you might be dealing with a Libra. The Lovers. Four of Cups. So these are both about thinking. The Six of Cups is thinking about the past, sweet, fond memories. So I don't know, is that you, is that them? And this is my twin flame card, so I might do a twin flame for you guys. If you guys are in a twin flame and haven't checked out those links down below, those are timeless and they're super, super detailed. Okay. Aries, ego again. I'm getting ego. So we've got Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, and Nine of Swords. I just keep getting that there's something that maybe you're the one with the false mask, haven't been forthright about your feelings, and that has, maybe it's time to be very forthright about your feelings, but don't push. You know, it's like open up the dialect, but don't push. You know, express yourself with love. There's a major ego issue here, and it's kind of not what I expected, because this is like your time. And I, you know, was thinking this was going to just be all like rainbows and butterflies, but there's a major reminder to, you know, not be pissy or combative. Take the ego out of it. You're not, okay, if somebody's doing, you know, that thing that we do, like, well, I'm not going to call first because I do all the work. You cannot have ego like that if you're in a twin flame. It won't work. You're repelling. You have to keep the love and the energy open. I'm not saying sit around and dwell on someone, but you have to keep the energy and the love open, even when it's uneven. Okay? Even when it's uneven. It doesn't mean you have to keep giving, overly giving, and keeping it more uneven. But don't close off and don't do that whole, well, I'm not reaching out because they do, you know, because I have to do all the work, so now I'm not going to do anything, or I'm gonna block you, or I'm gonna say mean things. Even though I'm going to walk away and I'm looking back to see if you're following me. Don't do that. This is a little counterintuitive, but that you can't do that with the situation. There's got to be a change in ego. If you feel hurt and sad, I think that there's a strong need to communicate it, not in a non-combative way, in a very loving way. Look at this. You guys, a lot of you guys are in a twin flame. We've got Aquarius, we've got Four of Wands. I might do an extended for this, just look below. All the extendeds, you can go by the title. But yeah, something big going on. But this is a strong message to handle everything with love, okay? I'm going to pull an oracle. I'm going to actually pull a few. Okay. Don't know what to think about that. Wow. You are your greatest gift. Okay, past life emotion lives in you. I feel that. I feel that. There might be some residual negative emotions from, you may have a past life partnership here, or somebody, a soulmate that's from your past life. And there might be some unresolved issues there. Okay. So, oh, wrong one. You guys hear my wind chimes. Also, you guys, you know, all the winnings, which we haven't reached the goal yet, but those are all going to, the wind chimes and the candles and the bracelets, it's all, and the $100 gift card, that's all going to be given out through the comments. So that's another reason to leave a comment. And please subscribe. I noticed that my subscriber percentage is so low for who watches the video. Your videos are going to come through more clearly. I'm going to tap into your energy, and our connection is going to be stronger if you're subscribed. So if you watch the channel a lot, please subscribe. It helps you, it helps me, it helps the channel, it helps my connection with you. Okay, it strengthens it. And all my prayers and intentions are focused on subscribers. I feel like it's stronger when it's focused on a, you know, specific group. So 23. Okay, let's look. It's 46. I'm wondering if you guys are having a spiritual awakening like I did the other day. I mean, I had the clearest, the most direct, clearest communication with a spirit than I've ever had. Like where I was sobbing, and I'm crying right now. Like I was sobbing, and I was like, and I was asking, I've got a name. It's crazy. And I'm not totally, I mean, I just don't, it's all that stuff. I've always had the voices or the, you know, connection and known, and I've always been weird like that, but I've never embraced actually trying to talk or, it's hard to explain. Well, I'm gonna have to, hopefully I'm going to try and connect today again later. And I know I'm always connected, but this was very personal. This was a very personal, I'm here specifically for you, spirit guide, you know, that I could ask anything. It was just crazy. It was crazy. And I've cried literally for like 3 days. So drained. But peaceful. So much emotion from past lives lives in you. You are expressing more, and it is releasing. Oh, this reading is for me too, I think. The baggage of this past is lessening with each day you sit and meditate. Yes, you are destined for a new way of lessons. However, you cannot have this information collected in your energy field until you make room for it. And that requires letting go of old energies and emotions that have been buried within you. That's what it is. There's a purge going on right now for Aries. Which is kind of strange considering the Aries season, you know, wave that we can ride. But this is a special time. It's like there's some sort of spiritual awakening that's involving purging negative things that have been stifled and buried. Okay? It requires letting go of old energies and emotions that have been buried within you. Time is right now to shed the past for many lifetimes. The old patterns are done with. Time to embrace the new and the now. All is well. You are ascending to new energies and new ways of being. It is an exciting time for you. Breathe in the positive optimism of life's abundance. You are surrounded by beauty. I feel that. Tap into that energy. Tap into that energy. It will benefit all around you. And as you ascend, so does the people that are closely connected to you. That is the way it works in soul families. People come into your life because it's destined that way. Remember, we had destiny. Some leave and some stay. Let it flow as it should. Too many people around you would drain your energy field. You are meant to have times of solitude. It allows you to learn that you must go deep within and find what you need. So disruptions are part of ebb and flow. You are always here. We are always here with you. That's what my guide was saying. And I mean, literally a specific guide was communicating with me. And you guys are probably like, yeah, don't you always do that? Yeah, no. I mean, not to where it's really singled out like this person is just communicating with me directly for the things that I'm hurting over, you know. I've never had it that strong. So you've opened your third eye intuition. You're more grounded and expanded. Work on breathing in and out the love energy. Keep your mind clear of the clutter, debris, and negativity. Keep your heart chakra open to receive and fill with the love energy. And when the time is right, you will receive the teachings of the new way. Love and blessings, dear one. Your progress is to be commended. You have lightened your energy, learned so much. Now is the time to empty a little more, clear away a little more, and allow the new into your heart. Now is all we have, a series of moments in the now and in the present. Now, new. My camera's going to cut off. I'm going to follow this up with another Aries energy. This is crazy. That's exactly what I went through. This makes me like... letting go, purging, that's what I was missing. So there's a ton of need to purge. So do your breath work, do some deep breathing, connect, ask your subconscious to let go of things that need to be purged. Command your body to do that. Allow, release things that don't serve me so I can grow. You guys are on a purging and need to purge some negative energies and make room for more. This is beautiful. I'm rushed because my camera's gonna cut off. I love you guys, but come back. I'm gonna work on another one right after this. Okay. All right, Aries, leave comments, put your manifestations in there, and I will come back and circle up and, you know, double down on them and add strength and power to them. I love you guys so much. Okay, bye, Aries.